Timeout with Michael. So glad you guys could join us tonight, and we have got a show for you. Super excited about this one. Carrie's in the house.
Hello, everyone.
That was a delayed response.
Well, I wasn't expecting that because this is the first time you've introduced me in the last 3 times that I've been on.
Well, you're kind of a part of the show now.
You don't ever say, hey, Carrie's here with me. I'm just kind of like over here going, hello, I'm here. Anyone?
Well, you know.
So, yeah, I'm excited about this too because I love adventure.
Absolutely. So tonight's show is all about adventures, and we are going to take you on a couple of our adventures, talk about some of our past adventures, some that are coming up, and some that we've done. So, and you guys also talk about it. Engage, talk to us. We have some questions that we're going to put out there and answer them. That's what we want you to do. We want to engage with you this time. This is an engaging show tonight, so let's get it going. We have part of Rosa on. Thank you so much for joining. Cope and Mello, thanks for being a part of it.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Rosa, we're going to try to hustle through this, but not really hustle through it because we know you got to stream here in about an hour. So, and the Zags play. The championship is tonight. We're excited about that.
Exciting.
Our little boy put a bracket in for this, and he doesn't really care a ton for sports, he's like so stoked that he's able to do this. So anyway, thank you so much for subscribing. If you do subscribe, thank you so much. It does help us. And if you don't subscribe and you're watching this for the first time, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on YouTube. Like us, subscribe to us, hit that little notification bell on the YouTube, so you don't forget anything.
And midlife.
Hey, how are you guys? Don't forget to hit that little notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. We're up to 67 subscribers. We gained one the other day, and so we're getting there. It's close. It takes time, and we do know that, and we want to be able to have subscribers that come on and actually like our content. So if there's something that you want us to discuss or do or whatever, let us know. One thing that I do want to say, though, is that, and this might just be a fluke, but I'm going to take it for what it is. A couple weekends ago, I went up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming to do the
hill climbs,
the championship hill climbs. This is the world championship. So everybody comes around from all over the world. It's really awesome. And it was really slow. It was low key. They only let 500 people there. Again, COVID still kind of out there, so we want to be safe and practice the good stuff so we can continue doing the fun things we want to do. Go to Disneyland, Disney World, Knott's Berry Farm, Lagoon, and the hill climbs. Okay, so again, it's really cool. I'm a small channel, and I'm just loving what I do. This is a great thing for me. I enjoy it. It's my escape to get out here. I'd love to do this full time. Maybe it can happen one day. But here's the cool thing. I get on average, 30, 40 views on a video, whether it be live, whether it be anything like that. And again, I know it's not like a huge thing and it could be something just crazy, but I've got over 500 views on my video that I did for the ski thing. So it's like kind of really cool. It shows me what people liked, what they want to do, what they want to see. So I'm going to work more towards that. We do have this, but it was awesome. So I appreciate that. Everyone that has looked at it, everyone has liked the videos, and everyone who has commented. It helps the algorithm pick and grab and choose and send it out to everybody. So really cool, really fun. And let's get into the show. So tonight's show is all about vacation and adventures and what you do, how you do, why you do. And we have a bunch of questions out there. We want to talk about it. You put your comments in there of the question that we have. Carrie, what is the most touristy thing about you?
Oh gosh, I don't. Oh hey, Carla. Carla's on.
Carla and Kiko. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. What is the most touristy thing about me? That's a silly question. I don't know.
You don't know?
No. What is the most touristy thing about you?
I'm taking pictures of everything and videoing things.
Well, that is true. I take pictures of everything.
I mean, because when Josh and Becky came, Midlife came and they did their thing here, they were doing the vlogging and all that. And what was I doing? Just walking around, and maybe a little bit different for, maybe that's not the greatest thing, but for me, the touristy thing is now I have a video camera out
That's
and
true.
all that stuff. So
I'm always taking pictures. I always want to see the quirky sites that are I don't know. I think we always pick destinations where we want to see things and do things. And it is the touristy things. So for example, when we went to Chicago, we did the touristy thing. When we went
yeah.
to San Francisco, we did the bus where you hop on, hop off at all the touristy spots. So.
And that's probably one of the things that you could say that what's most touristy about you. You're going and saying,
Yeah.
where do I find this? Where is this at? And people are like looking at you, yeah, you're not from here.
Exactly.
So chat, what's your thing? What would you say is the most touristy thing about you? Carly and Kiko, Rosa, Midlife, Juan, Copamelo, what would you say really stands out about, oh, I'm a tourist here? What would it be? What
Rosa
would it be for you out
commented
there?
that she said it's about me taking lots of pictures. So
yeah, Rosa said pictures for everybody.
Great at taking pictures. I take a lot of pictures. I just don't really put them out there that much.
Right. And I think you can tell if somebody's a tourist or if they're not from there, because they're asking about things that you would normally know, like, where's the Golden Gate Bridge? Well, I mean, it's right over there, buddy. Can't you see it? Well, yeah. How do you get there? Where you're taking pictures of things that maybe people wouldn't normally take care of or take pictures.
Or wearing Mickey Mouse shirts, like Midlife said.
Yeah, wearing Mickey Mouse shirts.
I am not ashamed of my Mickey Mouse shirt.
Absolutely not. Me either. Or my hoodie. This is a cool hoodie, huh? I saw this hoodie and I was like, gotta have it. So when we went down there, I looked for it, found it, and got it.
But it is you. It fits your personality perfectly.
Absolutely. And it's not bad to be a tourist person, I don't think, anymore, especially with what we're doing now, with what Midlife, Carla and Kiko, all of those people, what they do, part of Rosa's World, it's a little bit easier. I can tell you, when I first started doing this and now I'm wanting to do the vlogging at the places, I'm not as I'm an outgoing person.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Or as Midlife says, you are bold and
loud. Right.
But that is true.
I'm not afraid to go talk to people. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. I am not afraid to talk to you. All you're going to do is tell me no or get away, or we're going to strike up a really cool conversation and have the greatest time ever. I'm not afraid to do that. But I can tell you, when I had the camera, I was a little skeptical about it because, again, not everybody wants to have their face or their voice or anything on the camera. So that's something new that I'm getting used to and learning about that. I would say that 99% of the people love to be on the camera because they're like, oh, I'm going to be famous. And I
am not one of the 99% of people. So the first time we went to California, and we went to where, I don't know. Oh, when we first met Josh and Becky, and they're like, do you want to be on the vlog? And I was
like,
really,
are you crazy?
Really
that's why we came down here.
No, that's why I wanted to meet Josh and Becky, and you wanted to be on the vlog and meet them.
Yeah.
But I'm not a big camera person. You know me. I don't like to be in pictures. I don't like to be in videos. But anymore, I'm changing my mindset to where I'm not so embarrassed or shy anymore. I'm trying to break out of that shell.
Right. And there's a good point. Carla and Kiko, they say we always try to go to both tourist and non-tourist spots. I am learning on my vacations that I like to be more out there as well. Like, we want to go see the stuff that is out there that people really want to talk about. But I think for the most part, you want to go see some of those things that are non-touristy. So like when Midlife, when we go down and visit them, and hopefully when we get down to visit, Rosa and Carla and Kiko, they're going to take us to the places they love to be, which are really the non-touristy spots. That's where we want to go because that's where the excitement is. That's where the fun is. We can always go see the touristy things. That's easy. You see those in pictures, and we do love to go see those things, but it's the non-touristy things that, like when Carly and Kiko went and did all of their pictures for the all those murals.
Oh yeah, that looked fun.
What are those murals? Carly and Kiko put it up in the chat. what those
Well,
murals are.
and
Those are really cool. I like seeing those, and they kind of are touristy, but maybe not.
And I think those are cool. They're kind of things that I bet local people really know about, but out of state people don't know about so much. And then Carla said that I could have fooled her because I was in all of the pictures. And Carla, I'm just really trying so hard to break out of my shell and not be so shy.
She
And
cried the whole time in the hotel room
I didn't cry.
endlessly because she was in all those pictures. She couldn't take it. It was. I'm
he's
just kidding.
exaggerating, but I'm really trying
Yes,
to
1959 murals.
be more outgoing.
Never 1959. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So those are the things we really like to. We do like to see those.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
we have seen some really fun things, I think, in our adventures.
Now we're going to ask the chat again. New question. What is the first thing you do when you arrive at a new destination? You want to know what I do? I know what you do.
Let's hear it.
You go to the bathroom
Oh,
every time.
hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
I think that's what everybody does. No, but okay. Joking aside, what's the first thing you do when you arrive at a new destination? Like, what's the first thing you want to do?
I want to go check into the hotel, take a nap.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that's bad, but I personally get really bad trip anxiety. And so by the time we get there, I'm so relieved to be there that I just need to have a little bit of downtime and a rest before we hit the fun.
Yeah. I think for me, the biggest thing that I want to do before when I get to the destination that we're at, depending on if we're driving or flying, is get everything unpacked, undone, put in a hotel room, do all of that. Oh yeah, Casey. Hey, thanks for joining the stream, Casey. She says try local food. Absolutely, try local food.
Heck yeah.
I want to get just settled so that we can go try the local food, that we can go do the things. I want to just get all of this stuff, checked in wherever we need to go. If we're staying at a friend's house, get all of our stuff unpacked and be there. And then, let's go look at everything. Carla and Kiko says, depends on where you go. We check into the hotel, drop our stuff off, and use the restroom and go. See, yeah. So I think it's kind of everybody's thing is to get settled.
Depends on how long we've been traveling for. If it's not very long, I'm down to check in and go. But if we've traveled quite a distance and it's been a while, I like to just have a little refresh, reset, recharge, and then go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. If you have not, go do that right now. We would love to have your support. This show, this channel, everything does not happen without your guys' help, without your guys' subscriptions and sharing it with your friends and family and all of those people. It really helps. And we just appreciate everybody that has helped us out for the time that we've been here. It's really cool. It's really cool to see, I started off the stream, everything with as a podcast and had Tony on here. And Tony, I miss you. Dang it. We need to get together again.
I'm not as good of a sidekick as Tony was.
You guys
He's more outgoing and
it's a little bit different. So it's a different show. But hey, again, we appreciate everybody. Carly and Kiko says, my cousin said it best. We have FOMO, fear of missing out. We always try to go and do as much as we can. And I
love that. I love that.
I think that's huge. That's a great thing. FOMO. I like it. FOMO.
I think we need to make a sticker for that.
Ooh. Hey, what we could ask Kirsten from Inspire for Hire Company.
Yep.
She's on vacation right now, so we're not going to bug her.
That's true.
Okay. So here's a really fun question for you guys. Have you ever committed a crime or an illegal act while traveling? And no, the Mile High Club does not count.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even have thought of that.
It's illegal.
Rosa, I think you're awesome. Oh, wow. No, I don't think so. Have you?
Yeah.
I know you have.
Uh-huh.
Because you're naughty and you had a lot more adventures than I have.
I like to experience things. I'm crazy. I am not going to plead the fifth, Carla. I'm going to tell you. I went on a trip with Spencer. And we went out to Indianapolis to watch a New York Giants game and Indianapolis Colts game. and we had a little app on the phone, and you would put the phone in the window, and it would blink red and blue and red and blue. And we got behind a car, and they pulled over. Little did we know, their family, they were law enforcement. So we pulled over, and we're like, this is funny. Let's go. We took off, and not 10 minutes later, that car followed us all the way to Spencer's aunt's house. Spencer's aunt had this giant mansion. Like it's a gated place. You had to have a code to get in, drive down this long driveway to get to the house. And we did that, and all the cops were at the gate. You could see all the lights. They surrounded the place. Yeah, I went and hid in Spencer's room, in the room we were supposed to be in, and he took off in the forest. He lost his shoe. The cops found the shoe. We never saw Spencer all night. Like, it was like 4 a.m. till when he finally came home. I had to explain to the police, like, I don't have anything. I was smart, and I deleted the app off of my phone.
Thank goodness.
And he's like, I'm like, you can look at my phone. I don't have anything there. Like, there's nothing there. How old was I?
How old was he? What was this, like
2 years ago? No, I'm just kidding. It
was like 9 years ago, maybe
8 or 9 years ago. It wasn't too long ago. I was a rebel, and
so he was like 30. So.
Yeah, I was not. It was not my finest moment. Hey, it was a lot of fun, and I regret it. But
no, you don't.
I don't. She knows me good. I don't know
who you're fooling. You do not regret it.
I've grown up since. I don't mess and do that kind of stuff like that extreme anymore. But
no, I guess maybe you have a little.
That was one of those things that I'll never forget. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that story.
Yep. Spencer ended up drinking all his vodka in his aunt's bar too, and then he filled it back up with water.
He's a character.
So I don't think anybody else is gonna.
No, nobody else is
talk about it. But hey, there's what I did. Annie, what is your favorite travel gadget?
Travel gadget. I don't really know that I have a travel gadget, except I'm grateful that I have a rolling suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that my favorite travel gadget is going to have to be my earphones, my AirPods. I used to love the little cushion that you put around your neck that you could sleep with. I always forget it.
I was so excited to get one of those because I thought it was going to be like the best thing ever. And I put that on, and it like pushes my neck forward, and it just makes me be at such an awkward angle that I don't love it.
Copamelo says their solar phone charger.
We used to have one of
we
those.
Used to have that too. Yeah.
And yeah, that was a
Midlife
really
says
awesome
his camera. Thing. Carla says my phone. Yep.
Yeah, phone and AirPods for sure.
If you guys haven't traveled and you guys have not flown in the last little bit, we just flew down to California not too long ago and flew on Delta, and they have TV. I used to have a TV in like every other one. They have TVs in the back of every seat, and they give you
really a nice plane.
They give you a special set of earphones to listen to, and you get movies and every. I mean, it was a nice flight. It was enjoyable, and I think that a lot of people are really going to that. I did see that Southwest was kind of going towards that as well as American Airlines. That they have that too. So that was kind of cool to be able to have that there.
You're more of a movie person when you're on a plane, and I am not. I like to turn on music so I can just close my eyes and try and meditate and just get through it. I'm just not able to focus on a movie.
So Josh says he has a Manfrotto mini tripod to hold his phone on the plane. There you go.
Oh, that would be nice.
We got those ones that went around your neck, and then you could put it there. And where did those go?
Well, we ended up giving like 3 or 4 of them away for Christmas gifts, and I think we have one left. But they just
King B,
awkward.
Hey, thanks for joining the stream.
Oh, hey, King B.
Welcome. Carla and Kiko say American Airlines also. Yeah. So they have that. It's really cool. Really, really cool what they're doing with the airlines, which is nice.
I also love to take a portable charger, but most airplanes and airports have
They
docking
have those
stations
now, yeah. So you get
so
on the plane, like on the Delta flight, it was like right there in front of the seat. There was like
yeah, that
chargers
was
for
so
everything,
nice.
USB chargers. I mean, that's the way of the world now. It's like it's used. I- who remembers getting on a plane and they had a phone? I thought it was always so cool that I just got my like little subway card and opened the phone up, and I was like, haha, but I could never dial anything.
Yeah, I have never made a.
Oh, I missed the one. Okay,
Which one
so
was
which do you think is prettier? Now, when you go on vacation, obviously you see a lot of things. We can attest that here in Wyoming that we have some pretty rad sunsets and some pretty
Absolutely.
rad sunrises. Now, they always talk about the California sunset, and it's in music, it's in things like that. When you go on vacation, what are you looking for? Are you looking to compare a sunrise or a sunset to where you live, or do you just love sunsets? Do you just love sunrises? What is your cup of tea, so to speak? What is your thing? What do you like
It
to
just
see?
kind of depends where we're at. I know when we're in California, I love the sunsets.
Yeah,
I just think that they are absolutely beautiful. I think I don't know. I'm more of a sunset person, I think, not sunrise.
I
Although
think
we've when we get up and have coffee on the porch here, we've had some really beautiful sunrises,
Mhm.
but um I don't know, I'm more of a sunset person.
Yeah, I think I'm a sunset person as well. Um, okay, here you go. This is here's the thing for me that I agree with. Copen Mello says sunrise in the desert, sunsets at the beach. Okay, so we don't have a desert, but we have
Hello.
mountains and lakes.
We are considered high mountain desert
Yeah,
here.
yeah, not desert, but I'm
It is
thinking
kind of.
I agree. Copen Mello, I would say for me, when you go camping out in the woods in the forest and all that, sunrise is my. I
That's not
love
the
that.
woods
I
aren't the
love that.
desert.
Yeah, I know, but he likes the desert. So I'm saying for me, sunrise, I like that when we're camping, when we're out in the woods and the
Okay.
mountains
Fair enough.
and the lakes and stuff. I really like that. And I like the sunset. I like the sunset at the beach. I think that's
Yeah.
when you live where we live, sunsets are really beautiful. They do get some really vibrant colors on the mountains and all
We've
that.
had some beautiful sunsets
But
here.
there is really nothing that compares to a sunset on the beach. It's just
I
the
know.
colors are amazing, the way it bounces off the water. And the sad thing is that when you take the picture, it never does the justice as to what you actually see
It
with your own
doesn't.
eyes. So anyway, yeah, there you go. You're obviously visiting there for a reason, but the colors in the sunset are spectacular. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's jump over here real quick. Let me get this going here. Sponsor for the show. So, look, our show doesn't happen without sponsors. We can't do all of this, pay for all of our studio time, our studio stuff without our sponsors. And for the rest of the month of April and tonight's show, Copen Mello Cigar Box Guitars. So, go check them out. I'm going to jump over here and share this. Oops, share. We have some really cool people in our stream right now, Cope and Mello, and they were so awesome to gift us with this really nice guitar right here. Okay, so this is the Last Cowboy by Sinistro, and it is handcrafted by Copeland Cigar Box Guitars. And
They're absolutely beautiful.
I'm just going to go full on here because I want you to see what he has to offer. I mean, it is awesome. They have an Etsy page that you can go to. They also have an Instagram that you can go check out. And then within their Instagram page, there's a little link that goes over here. And these cigar box guitars are not something that are cheap. They are not something that are just kind of thrown together.
The craftsmanship that
I have
into this just blew my mind. I mean, I knew by looking at the website that they were absolutely beautiful, but then to see one and hold one up close, I was just completely blown out of the water.
These are really cool. And here is a cigar box guitar Rocky Patel distress model. And here's the thing, like, I have a couple guitars, and guitars aren't cheap. I mean, you can get a cheap guitar, but it sounds so that the sound when this guitar is played, when any guitar is played, the sound is one of the big things, and the sound is awesome. Uh, it is next to none. You get to be able to plug in. This is a plug. You can plug this into an amp. You can play it through an amp and amplify it. The neck of the guitar has your notes. It is not some, when I first saw this, I have to be honest, I thought that this was more like a piece, like a ruler, like the thickness of a ruler. This is not the thickness of a ruler. This is cut out. This is sanded. This is put together. The frets are there. It is awesome. These pieces are not just, hey, just get it down at the dollar store. I mean, they are amazing. These pieces here, I thought, oh, when you twist a cheaper guitar, when you're changing your notes there, sometimes they don't hold, and these hold. They hold the strings. Now, obviously, if you guys get this guitar, it's going to take a little bit to be able to get it to stay. That's with any guitar that you have. It will start to go through and not hold the note, so you have to go back to it again. But that's with any guitar. These hold, and a lot of those cheaper guitars don't hold the note, and that's just something that I noticed as a guitar player, which is really cool. And then again, just the way it's put together is just amazing. I can't begin to say how cool these guitars are. And if this is something that you're into, or you just want this as a decorative piece, like, go out and support Cope and Mellow. Go get one of these. You will not be disappointed. I promise. This, go after it. That's all yeah. I didn't do that. Yeah. I was just stuck on this one. They were all going, wait a minute, where did I go? Sorry. It went to a different page.
You got totally distracted.
I did. That's okay.
And I was trying to redirect you, but you don't listen to me.
Oh.
You don't watch my signals.
I didn't watch the signals. Sorry. Let me go back to, we're learning on StreamYard how to get things here or there. Let me go back to and share what I was showing. I apologize. This is part of it. Which one do we need to go to? This one. Know. Right here. So here's
on that.
I know, but they didn't get to see that. They only got to see this part. So I was talking about this guitar, and there wasn't anything there. So again, talking about the neck. Here's the neck of the guitar. Here's where you can adjust your notes. This is what you see. So again, these guitars are just awesome. I can't begin to tell you how awesome they are. And thank you so much, Cope and Mellow, for it. We appreciate you, and thank you very, very much for your sponsorship on the show. It's again, we couldn't get this show done without you. So
yes, for
we
sure.
appreciate you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed your care package, and we did reach out to these guys and to see if they would send us like a little, a shirt and a hat to see, hey, we're gonna showcase your guitar here for a little bit, and Cope and Mellow's awesome work. So again,
and I think we've had a lot of good feedback about the guitar. A lot of people interested, saying how cool it is.
Yeah. So we've tried to direct them over to that Etsy page and check it out. So again, thank you so much for taking care of that. So back into the show. What is the creepiest place you've ever visited?
I'd have to think about that for a minute. You have a lot of creepy places that you visited.
I'd have to really think about that for a second. What about you guys? What? They're using their care package right now. Awesome.
That's so cool. I'd like to know which part of it you're using.
Hopefully something good in there.
I think we sent a few good things in
Yeah.
there. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of the creepiest place I've ever been. I would really have to think about that because I'm not really into creepy things. So
The place we're in right now is creepy. It's
it
haunted.
is.
You hear some noises, some strange things.
Our house is creepy.
House is creepy. Yeah.
It's haunted.
We visit that every day. Oh, that mason jar is amazing. Copamelo, can you tell the crowd what flavor the mason jar is? I'm glad that you like that.
I know.
We
That's some
sent them
good
a little
stuff.
bit of homemade moonshine.
So you can't think of the creepiest place you've ever been?
The creepiest place that I have ever been visiting, I did some ghost adventure stuff, some paranormal activity stuff, and I would say the Rollins prison was the creepiest place that I had ever visited.
You know, when we went to San Francisco and we visited Alcatraz, I expected that place to be completely creepy. And I expected a lot of bad energy and bad vibes, but I sure didn't. I mean, it had some, but it was more interesting and intriguing and not as creepy as I thought it would be. I
Yeah.
was really nervous to go there for that.
Absolutely. I thought that I would feel some not necessarily dark. Yes, Copamelo, you're correct. Apple cider. Hope it's good. And the thing about a good moonshine, I can tell you right now, it is not a good moonshine. You will never know that it's moonshine. You'll think, oh, man, this is really good. Is there any
This
alcohol
tastes
in there?
like apple pie.
This tastes like apple pie, and then boom, it hits you.
Oh, man.
So hopefully we did that one right. Copamelo, let us know if it grabs you real quick. Again, the best moonshine I've always been told grabs you.
I want to know where the
least
Winchester
expected.
Mystery House is.
Where is the Winchester Mystery House, Carla? And again, back to Alcatraz. Again, I thought it would be more creepy. I thought there'd be more energy there, and it was interesting. I loved it. I'd love to go back. There was things that I didn't get to see, talk about.
I would love to go back again.
But it was awesome. It wasn't creepy for me at all.
It was more, I wish I could describe the energy there to me. It was really just more interesting and intriguing. There was some sad energy. I don't know, but it was good. It wasn't
San Jose.
I guess I would visit that house. I don't know. After Josh and Becky came and made me go through all the haunted houses at Lagoon last year, I don't know that I'm that afraid of them anymore.
Right?
Yeah.
What is the most sentimental souvenir you have brought back with you? What about you guys?
Most sentimental? I think I'm wearing it. No, I think I got that. Did I get this shirt there? No, I got this before we went. Gee, I'd have to really think.
Most sentimental souvenir I have is something that Josh is looking forward to so much. It is a keychain with a picture of me. It's actually at my mom's house. She has it. It is a picture of me on a roller coaster, passed out because it went upside down. That's the most sentimental thing that I can really think of. That
I don't know. We
every
have a
time I
lot of
see.
pictures that are very sentimental to me. So there's that.
Yeah.
So,
we've got a lot of sentimental gifts that we have brought back.
we have some really cool things from all of our trips. They're all sentimental.
We have that really cool picture that has our last name on it that we got in San Francisco that we waited forever to get painted. That was really cool.
That was really awesome.
We really like going to the animation studio in DCA and doing a bunch of drawings and pictures.
We really need to put those in a
book. The first time we went, Riker.
Josh says he can't wait for you to pass out in Florida.
I know, Josh. I know you're waiting for it. And guess what, Josh? Let me show you.
Josh is going to have the camera on you like he does for When
That's
Rosa
fine.
Cries.
That is fine.
He's going to capture all your pass out moments.
I'm going to be fine, Josh. Okay. So check it out. 193 days until we get down to Florida. I'm so excited. Carly and Kiko say we bring back little decorative plates from each place we visit.
Oh,
Okay,
we do
so
magnets.
so we do magnets.
We do
I guess
magnets
that
for
is our
every place.
sentimental thing.
Yes,
Every
that is
place we
true.
go to, every trip we go to. Well, rub it in, Carla, that you're there 2 days earlier. Dang it. We might be there in 192. Just, I don't know. We'll see if we fly in that extra day. Still waiting. Rosa says that's a tough choice for me. I would say the pictures that are taken, memories to look back on. Yeah, I forget that we do
We do magnets for
our
wherever we
fridge,
go.
wherever we go. Our fridge is pretty full. I'll have to take a picture of it. But yes.
Well, our fridge is so full because we get pictures of the boys for their every year for school, and we get magnets. And not only do we have their school pictures, but when they play basketball or football or soccer, all of those are up there too.
Yeah. Got a lot of California ones. We like California and Disneyland.
Yes, we do.
All those fun things. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's dumb.
What? Well, then skip it.
Okay, so again, we're going to Walt Disney World in October.
I can't wait.
We discussed this with our family members and said, hey, do we want to go to Disney World? We've been talking about it for probably 3 or 4 years.
We have.
And thought that it would be fun to go and do a Disney World trip. The problem is that Disney World is so spread out, and you have to have a lot of time to go visit it. Really, 7 to 10 days to see as much as you can is about what you can. Juan, yes, we're going to get you on Aerosmith's rollicking roller coaster. Yep, I'm ready for it. We watched that. We actually watched that.
I know, it's really awesome.
The other day, it's really cool. That invert right when you come out of the beginning. Oh,
I can't wait.
Boy, it's going to be crazy. So we talked about this.
We were going to actually wait till I think both of the boys, till closer to when Brooks was done with high school and Riker was starting high school. We were going to wait till they were bigger to do a big trip to Florida. But with Disneyland not being open to out of state, and we didn't even at the time when we started planning this trip, we didn't even know if or when Disneyland was going to even open. We just figured we need our Disney fix. We need to do a vacation. We promised our boys 2 years ago that we were going to start traveling. So we're able to do this. So we just buckled down and we're going to make it happen.
Yeah. So the thing about Disney World is very, very hard to, I shouldn't say it's very hard. It's affordable, but it's expensive. I don't think that a lot of people know when you travel and
flying
do something
east
like this.
Is really,
flying east is very expensive.
Yeah.
I've seen flights fluctuate from anywhere from $285 all the way up to $745 for a flight.
It's crazy.
So it can be very, if you don't hit it right on the dot and you don't plan and do those things, it can be really expensive. And not to say that when you have a family of 4 or 5 people, a lot of families have to really plan everything out because it's very expensive to go do all of that with a family. And we are very blessed to be able to, when we want to do a vacation like that, or I mean, even Disneyland, we really have to buckle down and not do a lot of things that we normally do and get a lot of things that we normally do so we can make sure that we have the most enjoyable trip that we want to. But we love that. And our boys love that. Our boys have, actually sat down a few years ago and said, no more Christmas presents, no more birthday presents, no more any presents like that. We get them little things, but we basically just decided we're going to go on trips and make memories. So that's kind of what we wanted to do. And yeah, the only way we're doing this is because the twins are paying their own way and have to pay for 4, not 6. Yes, again, we really can just say it's not easy to be able to come up with all the money.
We like our trips to be paid for in advance so that when we go, we're not stressed about, do we have the money for the tickets? Do we have the money for our food? Do we have the money for our airfare? We like to get everything paid for ahead of time. So by the time we're ready to go, it's little to no stress when we
Yeah.
go.
Because you want to get that extra snack, you want to get that extra souvenir, you want to do that extra adventure, you want to be able to do some things that you might not have known about. And if you don't have that planned for and taken care of right away and in the beginning, it makes it a lot harder. So we try to make sure that it's all taken care of. But I mean, anyway, we're going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of the people out there. Carlo and Kiko's Adventures is going to be there
Did you just
midlife.
call her Carlo?
I always do it. They say Kaka, I say Carlo and Kiko. It's just always going to happen. It's a Wyoming thing. Carla and Kiko. I'm just going to say Carla. Can we?
Since you know that Kiko's probably at work.
Yeah,
so
Kilo is at work, so it's going to be Kilo and Carlo.
You need to just stop while you're ahead. Just stop.
It's been a long day, long weekend.
So we're going to be in Disney World. The 16th through the 23rd of October?
16th to the 23rd. I think some other people will be there the 14th through the 23rd, 24th. We're all going to be kind of around at the same time.
I'm just so excited because so many of our friends are going to be there.
Hey, thank you so much, Rosa, for helping out. And
Bye, Rosa.
We will see
Good
you
night.
later. We'll try to join up on your stream. We got a big night for our kid. He's got to watch the Gonzaga game. Make sure he wins his bracket. We don't know if that's going to happen. He can either take first or second. So he's super excited. Thanks so much, Rosa. So, we're going to be there. It's going to be fun. We actually added 3 more people in our family. They were so against it. And then they were like, oh, we want to go. You guys are really serious, aren't you? So we added 3 more people, which is my brother's mother and father-in-law and their daughter. So
his sister-in-law.
A sister-in-law.
They are diehard Disney fans.
Disney. Yep.
And they are so much fun to be around.
Hey, he might ride Tower of Terror with us now because he won't ride Guardians.
I know.
I'm super excited about that. I'm
awesome. Excited about that too. And the boys just really love hanging out with Maddie. So
yeah,
I think that'll be good.
So let's get back into here. What is the worst thing that's happened to you on a trip?
I can think of a couple of things that are the worst thing that have happened to me.
I have 2. You have 2?
I do.
Okay, so
but I don't know if this
twos?
Is going to go into any of your other questions or not. But
that's fine.
I remember when I was 16, I went to Oregon to see my grandparents. We went to the coast. We went on a whale watching little expedition out on the ocean, and I was violently sick. I did not know that seasickness was a thing until then. And I don't do well on the ocean and boats because I've tried it since then. And yeah, It was not a good thing.
Carla was mugged in Milan, Italy when she was 21.
Oh,
so that was like 2 years ago.
That sounds horrible. What? That was 2 years ago?
Yeah. Carla's young.
Oh.
Juan says, worst thing was eating my
I'm
lunch inside the companion restrooms at Disneyland. Oh.
Why? What? Why would you eat your lunch in the restroom, Juan?
Maybe he wanted to be alone, and it really wasn't alone.
And then when my luggage was lost, that was really stressful.
Well, that was when we decided we absolutely hated LAX.
Yeah. So Copen Mello says seasickness is the worst. It sure is. I absolutely love the ocean. I love being there. I'm just so drawn to it. And what makes me so upset is that being out on a boat is no good for me. I get horribly sick. I've tried the patches. I've tried Dramamine. No, it is not good.
Juan loves to eat in the family bathrooms. Yes, he does. I'm not.
I would love to go to Milan.
Oh, I can't wait to go to Milan. I'm so excited.
I don't know if Carla knows, but we had an exchange student from Italy last school year, and she was from Milan. Her family is there. She's still there.
Yeah, so we'll go at one point eventually. So I'm going to talk about my stuff, and then you guys put in the chat there. What if this did happen? Does this make you really skeptical and sketchy about your trips now? So I have two of them. One was I used to travel. My family lived in Louisiana and Texas, and I had to travel down to see them every summer. And my grandma would buy the tickets and send me down there. So I can remember when I was about 8 or 9, you had to have a companion, an airline stewardess or steward or whatever, follow you to the
Flight
airlines
attendant?
and flight attendant. They were stewardess and stewards back then, not flight attendants. I call them what I want. Anyway, they had to escort you to the gate and on the plane, and then they would go, and then the next person, wherever you got
Your
to, they
personal
would bring you.
babysitter?
Yeah, pretty much. So I flew from Salt Lake to Phoenix, and then from Phoenix, I was supposed to go to Louisiana, and I got to the little room where I had to wait for my next flight. It was a 2-hour layover, so they put me in a room, and I stayed there for about 7 hours.
They totally
They
forgot about you.
forgot about me. They didn't think that I was in there. And hey, I didn't say a single word because there was a TV and Disney movies, and I watched Robin Hood, Sword and Stone, and I was just finishing up the Sleeping Beauty, and they came and said, "Oh, hey, we forgot about you." Oh, okay. What now?
Hey, but you got some free flights out of it.
I did get free flights out of it for the rest of the year. My whole family did, actually. So American Airlines took care of that back in the day. The second story we'll get into in a second. Carla says, I want to go back. Always careful and pay attention when out. Kiko was almost mugged in Paris a few years back. Juan says, remember when they tried to steal Mrs. Doubtfire's purse? He broke my handle, the bastard. Yeah, I do.
That's a good one.
I do remember that.
So then
My second. Oh, you're going with your second one?
No.
Oh, my second one.
I did mine.
You
I did
your,
both
yeah,
of mine.
You did your second one. My second one was about. It was. I can't remember what year it was, but it was
when you got lost on the cruise ship playing hide and seek?
No, that was fine. I did get lost on a cruise ship. We went on a big red boat for a Disney tour. So you go down to the Bahamas on the big red boat, and then you came back on the land and did Disney World. That was a lot of fun. I did get lost playing hide and seek. I was the winner. No one found me.
For hours.
For hours. I did miss that. I have a lot of mishaps, right? No,
that's
it was
because you have
probably 3 or 4 years before I met you. I flew down to see my grandparents, and the plane landed, and the landing gear broke. The plane dumped. The plane hit the wing hit the ground.
Oh my gosh! I would have
sparks, flames. It was pretty scary. I was pretty freaked out about that whole thing. Anyway, that was pretty scary. So this last time when we flew, was it when we flew back?
When we were flying back out of, was it John Wayne?
John Wayne?
Yeah, that was scary.
That was probably the second scariest flight I've ever been on. It shook, it rattled the whole 15 minutes of pre-flight, and then it finally settled down, and then it rattled again for a good
dropped.
10 minutes.
That plane dropped so hard, my butt came out of the seat.
We all came out of our seat.
I have a lot of butt.
And they didn't say anything to us either. They were just like, "Oh, well, we have some turbulence.
It's going to be a little bumpy." You think? When my when my butt comes out of the seat,
wow, hanging out with Becky, I see.
Stop.
See that, Josh? You watch too many of your streams. I'm going to cut her off. She says, as a kid, she didn't dove, but she drove to Mexico to visit the fam, and at a friend's house, our van was broken into because I left my boombox out in the open. Ooh, yeah, that would be scary. I have another Mexico story. It's kind of crazy. Should I tell it?
Sure.
I have one more question, and then we're going to end the stream, but apparently I've ended the stream last time very violently. No,
you did.
Anyway.
It was crazy.
So I went to Mexico
done?
for my 21st birthday, and we were young. We had a lot of fun. We were excited. It was super fun. I went with a great friend, and I went with somebody who was deaf, and we called him the Deaf Kid. We still call him the Deaf Kid to this day. His name is Michael Bullocks. We love him. We miss him. He's still alive. Don't think that he's dead or something, because I said we miss him. We just don't see him all the time. Anyway, Anyway, we got off the plane, we got onto the little taxi, and we went to the hotel, checked in, got all of our stuff. We came out and we're like, hey, we need a ride. And the hotel people, they went and got a taxi. He came over, we got in the taxi, and we're like, hey, take us to where the girls are at. And he was like, okay, not a problem, we'll do it. And so we were thinking, like, we want to go to a club, we want to go get some drinks and see all the girls, there. That's what we were really anticipating. So he drives us over to this place and he says, okay, just go in there and you'll be taken care of. Hey, thanks so much. And we walk in and it's like a pathway. You walk in and you had to pay 100 pesos right at this place. And we all paid 100 pesos. Okay, great. It's like $10. So then we get to the door and it's a different door now. And he's like, okay, it's 300 pesos. What? We just paid 100 pesos back there. Yeah, it's 300 pesos over here too.
That's crazy.
Well, that's dumb. Okay, so we go to this door and we go in and it's a strip club.
He was so disappointed.
I was disappointed that we had to be at a Mexican strip club. Why? Because I can see a strip club in the United States. I don't need to see one in Mexico. I did not want that. But I already paid 40 pesos. So
I'm not buying it.
I'm in there. So we were in there. So we know we're sitting at this table when you're in Mexico and you're white, a huli, whatever you want to call them.
You don't even know, so don't say it.
Yes, hoolies are what they call Hawaiian people call the white people hoolies. I heard this the other day. Kind of funny. Anyway, so bunch of white guys were in there and we're watching the dancers and it's fun and great. We're having a good time. And this one girl comes over and she starts signing to the deaf kid. Well, she's speaking in Brazilian sign language, so he's not catching it all. And we're like, we don't catch it all either, but we're doing all right. Well, we pay our little things. You pay the thing to go in the back room and do the little dance, the private dance, and we come back out. And then all the girls are at our table and the drinks are coming to the table.
Carla. Oh, poor Michael.
It was poor Michael. Absolutely. So it's getting to the end of the night and we're like, we're tired. We've had our fun. We want to go. And so we're like, hey, we'd like our bill. And they come over, give us our bill. And I open the bill up and I'm like, I am shocked. I'm about ready to cry. At this point, my mom gave me like $300-$400 to go on this trip to have fun, knowing that it's really cheap in Mexico to go have fun.
And there went your $300 or $400.
And there went my $300 or $400 in one evening, 4 hours, 3 hours. The bill was $2,300 and some odd dollars for this stupid strip club. I could use so many bad words. And I about cried. So we went on this trip. My good friend, he worked on the oil rigs. For you, those don't know, the oil rigs, they paid a lot of money back then. They still do pay a lot of money. And he was loaded. He had lots of money. I didn't want him to pay for all this. And I felt horrible because I was just like, crap. So I handed it to him and he looked at me and he turned like, he was already white and really white. And he turned like 3 more shades of white. And he was like, are you kidding me? Like, what did we buy? So we start going through the bill. We literally start going through the bill and it's all in English. You can read what we got. We got the strippers. We got the private dance. We got the drinks. And I'm just dying. Like, you got to be kidding me that this is how much this costs, because the private dance was $20. And you're telling me now that this private sitting was $200? Like, oh, it was horrible.
Young and dumb.
And
they
so
saw you coming 400 miles away.
We called the guy over that was running the thing, and we're like, hey, look, we're not paying this. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for these drinks. The girls asked for these drinks. We're not paying for all this stuff. And he's like, hold on, let me go get the boss. And he goes and gets the boss and the owner, and he comes over and says, what's the problem? We are not paying $2,000 for all these drinks. This is outrageous. Like, this is horrible. We didn't come to Mexico to spend this kind of money. And the guy's like, okay, well, that's fine. I'll just call the police. No sooner did all of us pull out of our wallets and credit cards, whatever we had, run whatever you can. And Logan was gracious enough to say, run my credit card first, and then if the rest of it doesn't work, we'll figure it out. And I'm at the verge of tears because I was so worried we were going to Mexican jail. We'd only been there 6 hours, and we've spent $2,000, and we're never coming home. I'm never going to see my family again. And we get the bill back, and it's $230. What we did not realize is that a lot of restaurants, a lot of businesses don't necessarily convert it from pesos to American dollars. So it was in pesos. It was still expensive. It was the most expensive night we spent there.
I bet.
The rest of the nights were like maybe $30 or $40.
I've never been to Mexico.
With all the beers and stuff that we drank and the food and stuff that we did, the excursions, I don't think a night was more than $100 between all of us. I mean, we all chipped in to pay, and it was just like, it was really fun and a lot of fun. But it was scary as hell to think we're going to have to pay $2,000 and they're going to send us to Mexican jail. And I did not want that.
You've had some crazy adventures.
Lesson learned. I have had some crazy adventures. That's just one of them. That's like the tip of the iceberg of my crazy. I can't talk about the rest of them. You guys all disowned me. We'll talk about it off stream. Carla said, "Oh, my BFF and I drove to Ensenada, and we were taking shots left and right, asking for songs back to back. And we asked her mom to wire us money to pay was $500. And that's the hard thing, Carla. Like when we went to Puerto Vallarta, they come around with these little shots, and they just they whistle and they pour them down your throat, and they just keep giving them to you. And it's like the sake challenge, only you have to pay for these."
Right.
And we were like, no more.
It's a good thing you don't have to pay when you do the sake challenge, because geez,
it would be bad.
It would be.
So we're gonna kind of wrap this up. Last thing, if you could add one feature to an airline, what would it be? Because we fly a lot, so I like this question. I kind of got off on a tangent on my story.
Yeah, you did. Oh well. Gosh, I wish you would have given me these questions in advance so
it's
I could
funner
think about
when you have to think about it. Guys, girls, what would you add to an airline, a feature? What would it be?
Yeah, more leg room. Well, Carla's got those long legs, so I get that. I have never had a problem with leg room. I think maybe a little bit more elbow room, but I guess maybe when you fly first class, that's what you get is more elbow room.
Yeah, more elbow room, more leg room. If you sit by a window, you can always get the leg room. If you pay that extra price to sit up in those front 5 rows, you get extra leg room. But an added feature, I think, would be more leg room. An added feature for me, I guess I enjoy. I've never flying in general. I think better snacks. I remember when I was a kid, the snacks and the food that they used to serve was far superior on what you get now.
Okay, but when you're a kid, almost anything seems good.
No, I mean, you got hamburger and sandwiches and salad and fruit. I mean, you got this whole little thing, this plethora of food. And I only flew to Louisiana. This was only a 2-hour flight.
I'm not having a lot of food on the plane because I don't really feel hungry on the plane, and my tummy's dodgy, hoping and praying we get there.
Add more tabernacles. What does that mean?
So
what's a tabernacle that he wants to add?
I don't know. Ask him to.
What is a tabernacle, Juan? What do you mean? Explain. While the twins go on planes first time in 191 days, their legs are 28 inches. The plane leg room is 28 inches. We will see. They'll
be a little cramped.
If you guys didn't choose, Carla, if you didn't choose your seats, ask them to get next to the exit, the emergency exits. They have more leg room. Way more leg room, and it's nicer. They actually have a whole missing seat in front of some of them. So ask for that, or you can go and pay the extra for the front seats. They do have extra leg room out there. I think most people would want more leg room. I think most people would want maybe the plane to be a little wider so you could have a little, because when you sit next to somebody, you're like, who gets the elbow rest? That's what I always want to be. I am being trollish. Sorry, my friend. I get it. I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
You're funny, Juan. Troll away, Juan.
Troll away, Juan. Hey, so thanks for joining the stream. We appreciate you.
This was a fun one tonight.
It was fun to engage. Thank you so much for engaging with us. Again, we're trying to get up some new content. We're trying to get some things that engage and are fun for people. And I hope that you guys like it. If there's something you want us to talk about or engage or do, we will absolutely do that. So thank you so much. Like us on Facebook, like us on Instagram, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell, hit the thumbs up, and don't miss any more content.
Goodness, Carla, that's a lot of extra to pay for those.
Holy cow. Oh man, that is. Whoo, that is. Okay, so see if you guys can get that emergency exit. That will be it. Right? I think that's the best. That's the best choice.
Pick that?
You don't get like it depends. If the airline makes you pick your seats in advance, then no, you can't. But if they just say, hey, get on the plane, do that. Hey, real quick too. Oh, I got to put this out there before we leave. If you fly, don't get the early bird special. Don't get the front of the line because they board the plane from the back to the front now. Now they do give special requirements to
That's
kids
what Delta was
and
doing.
family.
Is that every airline now?
I think it's every airline because they don't want you to pass by everybody going there. So don't pay the extra $20 to have early bird specials. Don't do it because you get loaded first. Now when you unload, obviously you're waiting, but it's nice to get on that plane first and then you'll be there.
Thanks for joining, everybody.
So thanks for joining.
This was a fun one.
Again, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything else. And with that, this timeout is over.